here, so it's part of the beautification of the country. The landscape here is on a different level. The clouds hit different, the sunsets hit different. The sea, the color of the sea is something else. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And before I go on further, please subscribe to my channel, like my video if you like it, and if you're into this locks and maybe any other lifestyle video, please tune in, watch all of my other videos, and yes, you're welcome on board this ship. Alright, so by the way, very hot. It's a Sunday. I'm filming this on a Sunday, and this is the summer period in this side of the globe. And even my hair, I had to do a cornrow for it because it was so hot this period. I couldn't handle my locks on my face. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I'm actually loving how it looks. So my last video on Fiji, well, I think that was the only video on Fiji that I had before this one. I mainly just talked about in general what it's like in Fiji, the people, the weather, the amount of people who are the population, the ambience, and all those things. And I really did not take that serious. I just took a video, I was just driving, and then this video, I just decided to take a video of the street. The street was empty. It was at the heat of the lockdown, and so I just took advantage of that so that I don't get to capture a lot of people in my video because the streets were kind of empty. I'm also by a window, so you might hear cars passing, so just ignore that. That is if it's caught, the sound gets that. Most of the comments I got from that video was actually asking how people could get there, or how people can come here, how people can travel there. But I remember vividly in that video that I put out a disclaimer saying that I don't know anything about the immigration process. If there are people who wanted were interested in that, so they should go to the site of the immigration body in Fiji. Sorry. So I just want to address that. I don't know anything about immigration. I wasn't really telling anybody to come to Fiji. I was just putting it out there that this is what Fiji looks like from my perspective, because I found out that there was nothing out there by basically an African who maybe documented their perspective of Fiji. And so that was why I just put that there. And I feel like I was the only Nigerian in Fiji video poster on YouTube, because I actually searched and I didn't see anything about it. And so yeah, that was basically the reason I put it there. But I don't know anything about the immigration process, but everybody's experience is different, right? And so the only thing I can say is, if anyone is interested in coming to Fiji, it does not matter who you are. If anyone is coming to Fiji for any reason, you need to do your research well. Fiji is basically known as a vacation destination spot for holidaying and all of that. So living here is different. Holidaying here is different. In fact, it's the people who holiday have a different perspective. I'm not saying any one of them is good or bad, but living anywhere is different from holidaying anywhere in the world, not just Fiji. So to the best of my knowledge, anyone who wants to come to Fiji, do your research. But I will just list this out there, or say this out there: Fiji is not a place you could just travel to and then start looking for a job. That needs to be said. Universally, everyone knows that. Anybody who is here, anybody who has tried to come here knows that. So the only ways one can come or travel to Fiji, I'm not telling anybody to come to Fiji, but anyone who wants to travel to Fiji, these are the ways anyone can go to Fiji. One, tourist visa. So the tourist visa, depending on the passport you hold, most of the times the tourist visa is visa on arrival, and one can stay up to 3 months, I think, with the tourist visa. But you make sure you go back home. You can't work within that period. In fact, before you come in or before you do anything, the first thing they'll ask you is your return ticket. Fiji is very small. Like I said in my other video, the population is not even up to 1 million people. If it's up to 1 million people now, I don't know. And so it's better to respect yourself in this country. That is all I have to say about that. Two, before anyone comes to work here, that means that person has gotten a job from outside the country. So maybe they must have advertised for a job position, and then maybe like an international job position, where maybe now we're looking for people outside of Fiji, and then people apply, and then maybe you must have gotten the job from outside. Then maybe your company or your employer then supports you in the immigration process, whatever. But that's the second way people travel to Fiji. The third way is maybe people who want to retire in Fiji. People who want to retire in Fiji, there are a lot of people who, okay, now I just want to have a change of scenery, retire and all of that, and then they want to like go live in a very, would I say, quiet or laid-back country, where basically just change their whole scenery. Let me use that word again. And so yeah, but then there are conditions to that. Even when you have that, when you come in through that channel, it still does not allow you to work, and then you must have a certain amount of money in your account before you do that. Like, there's a certain amount of money you must have in your account for you to do that. So you have to really have a lot of money sitting down somewhere for you to be able to come live in Fiji on an, they call it on assured income. The other way is residential, that is living with your spouse who works here. So someone who has a work permit, who actually works here, and then you live with that's your spouse. So that is another way. Then the other one, these are the ones I am very sure of. So the other way people come to live in Fiji is coming on an investment, foreign investment or foreign investor visa. So maybe you want to set up a business in Fiji, and then you come in as a foreign investor or something, and that is that, to my knowledge. There might be others like schooling and all of that. I do not know anything about that, so that's why I said please go to the website and do your research, whoever wants to come to Fiji. But I would say it again, Fiji is it's beautiful. Like, mostly it's not the western, it's a developing country. So once you know what developing country is, that is what it is. Like, it's, to me, I feel like it's even more rural than urban, in the sense that it's not the skyscraper kind of place. So our skyscrapers here are trees, yes. So but it's got lovely beaches, lovely green scenery and all that. They don't joke with the vegetation here, so it's part of the beautification of the country. The landscape here is on a different level. The clouds hit different, the sunsets hit different. The sea, the color of the sea is something else. And yes, so that's it. Is there any other thing I want to talk about? Yeah. So maybe, probably in my next video I'll just do like a comparison, like from my perspective, the difference between Fiji and Nigeria. From my perspective, Fiji, the experience of Fiji is different for different people, and so yes, when it comes to work, I know I said something about your spouse working here, and then you come live with the spouse. The major rule of thumb in Fiji is that whatever job they're giving to a foreigner, they must have made sure that there is nobody in the whole of the country that is qualified for that job. Either that skill is not in the country, or there was nobody who's like, I don't know, but there has to be that proof that no other person was qualified for that job before they get in someone from outside. Except it's a job where maybe like international, like NGOs or something, where in summary, if there's nobody filling that job in the country who's qualified for that job, then they bring someone from outside. So they have their people at heart like that. My people first before foreigners. And so yes, so that's basically what I just came here to talk about today. So this is wishing us a very, very happy Christmas and a prosperous new year. Yeah, so happy holidays, guys. Bye.